In the event that there's someone around to open this time capsule, we tried.
If our civilization is still thriving in the year 2100, I say, congratulations, somebody figured out something in time.
We live in an increasingly dangerous world, and however careful we are, it is likely that disaster will strike at some time in the future.
With what I know today about the extensive misuse of chemistry on a global scale, I cannot conjure up good dreams for the future.
We're going to leave the world richer, but we're going to leave you biotically more impoverished.
I'm haunted by the thought of those future generations asking me. I dream about it. Why didn't you do something when there still were blue whales?
If you're still there but not thriving, I think we owe you our deepest apologies. We saw this coming, but we did not gather enough collective strength to stop it.
Well, given what I know now, I think that a recording of my message would be a recording of embarrassed silence.
One of the burdens of being an environmentalist is that you have access to a lot of the facts that are very troubling about the way that we are abusing the planet and the natural resources that we really need to survive.
You've got to be political to be a full animal being. And to be a full animal being means you have to know when you're afraid of the government or of whatever, and you have to know very well when you are furious.
It's our generation's responsibility to save the physical Earth, and that we acted on that. And people 100 years from now said, wow, that was a that was a gift that they gave us.
Well, you're hearing my voice and seeing my face now 100 years dead. And I hope that you know that we made a lot of mistakes. We really screwed up. There was this cultural aberration where we thought we had everything figured out, and then we discovered we didn't.
Intelligent choices that make civilizations endure don't endure. So don't take your civilization for granted, your way of life for granted. You have to be a conscious co-player in evolution, because civilizations are mortal. You just can't let them go off on their own.
Hopefully, the current efforts will eventually have sufficient political clout that the wealth we leave you, while diminished slightly, will be way, way overcome by the improvement in the quality of our life and environment that will come out from fairer and safer technologies and our attitudes toward the Earth.
If I had one dream, it's that our kids are able to look back at the way we live today as sort of the peak of individualism, the peak of when people looked out for themselves as individuals only, and that we started a long trend towards starting to solve our problems as a community.
If we can just make a change in basic direction, then I think, we may not be viewed as complete monsters.
I want my great-grandchildren to know that I tried as hard as I could, that I worked on this every day, because I know it's so important for their survival.
I hope we were successful at leaving you a diverse and beautiful planet, and that you simply take it for granted, that you take for granted the careful way you live on the land and in the oceans, that is the way you were brought up. It was the way that your grandparents were brought up, and your grandparents, who are my grandchildren, did the right thing in ensuring that we live on this planet, beautiful planet, in a sustainable way.
What I would like to tell future generations is to always remain children in your scientific curiosity and to explore nature to its greatest depths, because we are a part of a natural system. We are children of nature, and in order for us to sustain ourselves into the future, we need to stay in that state of bewilderment, of amazement, of curiosity, of passion, of sensitivity to the health needs of everyone around us.
So I hope we live up to your expectations, and the changes that we make in the next 100 years lead to the quality of life that our children, our grandchildren, you deserve.
We saved ourselves. We didn't try to save the planet. We recognized the real goal, the real challenge was to save ourselves, and the fact that you're looking at this means that we succeeded, and I think that's great.
Well, I hope you're getting to watch this, and I hope you're having somewhat healthy, loving, wonderful lives, and I hope that that's happened because we got our act together.
Sorry.
Aren't you glad we were doing this work?
So I think the real message is, let's make sure that there's actually someone around to find the time capsule and read it. We'll only do that if we solve our energy problems.
So I think that's the important message, is to appreciate what's here, the beauty, the mystery, the magic of this earth, and then become ingenious about how to live in harmony with it.
Well, what I think I would want to leave in a time capsule for people is that ordinary people have the power to make incredible change. It was ordinary folks who got rid of the slave system in our society. It was ordinary folks who won women the right to vote. It's ordinary people who helped end the Vietnam War.
My message is not one of asking for forgiveness, but rather to ask them to be inspired by the actions that we are taking that have made a difference, to keep it going, to not give up.
To me, I think that's perhaps, I guess, the most important thing is finding a way to get the message out most convincingly in the shortest amount of time.